I was gonna write all of this, but it seems silly to do that. Let's make a little video. Okay, so you're gonna want to make sure you've got the tool that tightens these. So these cylinders spin, and that's what loosens these and clamps it down onto the fiddle. There should be a little cork pad, maybe a felt pad, under this chunk that protects the fiddle, but basically it's just this screwed on, clamping it to the instrument. And again, it's a tool about yay big with a prong. I should have one in this case, but I don't. Maybe I'll take a picture of it. But you basically put the prong in here and tighten. That's a little wrench, and that's all it does. But yeah, you want one of those, especially since one of the biggest problems with this whole setup is there are a number of things that will start to buzz if they're loose. If these guys are loose, obviously, not only could the whole thing fall off, but just a little loose and it'll start to buzz and it'll drive you crazy. Same with this capsule, this little tube here. This screws on. It's on pretty tight, which is good. But anyway, if it becomes loose, you'll also get a buzz from there. Similarly, you really don't want the wire to touch the instrument. Maybe the tailpiece, at most it might touch the tailpiece. But I've definitely had problems where the wire starts to touch the wood and you start getting a buzz. Come on. All right, so yeah, the piezo itself is this little metal folder. The little spring, little book spring, and it tucks into that slot in the bridge. I like to put it under the bass end, but it's something to keep in mind. You'll get a different sound to your amp depending on which side of the bridge you put it in. And I sort of find the bass end more manageable because there's just it's less aggressive. Like, you want more warm, bassy sounds out of your rig than you want squeaky, high, tinny treble end. That pretty much does it. Anything I can think of about this. You may, if the slot to the bridge isn't thick enough, if it isn't wide enough, you may need to carve it a little or sand it with a piece of sandpaper. Go easy. Just the littlest bit's going to make a difference. And if you go too far, you're going to wind up in the situation of wanting to shim it. So it's possible that your slot there will be too wide and it won't fit snugly, in which case you'll want to put a thin little slip of wood, pine. You'll just want to shim it. I say pine because that's usually what they make the bridges themselves out of. Okay, I think that's everything I would say about the fiddle itself. The fiddle pickup itself. Again, it's a Fishman.